Now that the carrot has been dangled, it is time for the second round of the preliminary competition. The next task has two components, an accuracy landing and a bomb drop. For the start of the accuracy landing, the pilots must have at least 100 feet of altitude at a spot 400 feet from the landing mark. The minimum altitude point and the landing mark are identified with orange road construction cones. I rode along with pilot Clyde Poser on a run through the next task, the accuracy landing and the bomb drop.
Okay, I see the cone that I'm supposed to cross at 100 feet, so I'm going to give myself about a 20% margin and cross at 120 feet. As soon as I cross that cone, I'm going to go to idle power and try to pick out a point just past the line that has a little bit of discoloration or something that's significant that I can put my butt right on, and I know that I'll be past the mark but still pretty close to it. Okay, now I see the mark. I'm getting ready to mark it down, okay? Now that I know I've got that mark, probably about 2 feet past it, we'll lift up and we'll go for the bomb. Pull over a little bit to the left and line up directly on the bomb run. Now I'm going to drop it at about 20 feet, because at 20 feet what it does, it gives a trajectory, and when it hits the ground, it's not going to bounce too far, it's just going to hit. The trick is to pick a point where that trajectory drops so it goes straight down and hits the target dead center. There you go, about 3 feet. Not too bad.
Bobby Warren has a Harmaning High Flyer with a 65 horsepower model 2706 Hurst motor. He drove to Greenville from Aberdeen, Mississippi. Bobby has previously competed in the World Powered Parachute Championship. Photo Joe Egley retired in 1997 after working 32 years for Caterpillar Incorporated. Joe was a metallographer, which involves the study of metals under a microscope. In his retirement, Joe spends his time taking photos of tractor and truck pulling for his Full Pull magazine. Tom Baird is from Quincy, Illinois. He is flying a Destiny 2000 with an APCO 550 parachute. He has been flying a PPC for 2 years and has accumulated more than 172 hours at the controls. Frederick Sheffel is from St. George, Utah. He has more than 300 hours flying a powered parachute. His aircraft is a Powerchute Rascal with the Rotex 503 power plant. Alex Lowe is from Israel, where he is a test pilot for APCO Aviation. Alex holds the record for the longest flight in a paraglider, 285 kilometers. That's about 177 miles. John is from Johnson City, Illinois, and has 234 hours flying a powered parachute. John also pilots an ultralight fixed-wing aircraft. Evan Green lives in Calabasas, California. Windy conditions can make even an experienced PPC pilot struggle. Let's see, according to the manual, add power to climb, reduce power to descend. Add and climb, cut and descend. Okay, I got it. After gusts of wind nearly caused him to DQ for touching down, Evan climbs toward the safety of the stratosphere. Randy Sneed is flying a 2002 Gemini Twin using a Rotex 503 motor and an APCO hybrid parachute. Over the past 9 years, Randy has logged more than 1,100 hours flying a PPC. The next competitor is Jim Sweeney. I guess some people just don't like construction cones. Got it. Jim is an FAA certified flight instructor and is the president of the North American Powered Parachute Federation. His aircraft today is a 6-shooter SR-5. Mike Bruill came to Greenville from Pennington Gap, Virginia. One of the original shootout competitors, this is Mike's third consecutive year competing in Greenville. The pilot of this Buckeye Dream Machine is Phil Murray, a veterinarian from Macomb, Mississippi. He has over 300 hours piloting a PPC. He began flying 4.5 years ago after seeing a powered parachute video on television. At 20, Matt is the youngest competing pilot. I asked Matt how he discovered Trevor Wills is one of the competitors from Australia. Trevor has traveled from Melbourne, Australia to compete in all 3 of the World Powered Parachute Championships. The Aussies fly an aerochute, which is a different design than the American machines. The pilots of an aerochute control the canopy using their hands in the same manner as a skydiver. The throttle control for the aerochute is done with a foot pedal. As Trevor navigates the task, you can see him working with his hands to control the aircraft as he maneuvers over the bomb target. Larry Brees lives in Normandy, Tennessee. He has been flying ultralight aircraft for 20 years, 5 of which has been in a powered parachute. His machine is a 2002 Eagles Wing Scout with a Zenoa G50C motor. John Eubank is from Lake City, Michigan. His aircraft is a Destiny 2000 equipped with a Rotex 503 motor and a Chiron 340 canopy. Paul Reynolds is from Mansfield, Illinois. Paul served in Desert Storm as a helicopter pilot, where he flew an AH-1F Cobra attack helicopter. Jeff Leeson lives in Troy, Illinois. His aviation experience consists of the 617 hours he has logged over a span of 5 years flying a powered parachute. Ehud Averan is another of the foreign competitors. Ehud is from Israel. He has logged 350 hours flying a Cessna and 170 hours flying a powered parachute. Stan Heffernan lives in Iola, Kansas. This is the first organized event in which Stan has competed. He is flying in a Buckeye Dream Machine with a 430 Skybolt canopy. Reggie Toller is from Franklin, Illinois. He has been to many fly-ins and finds them to be great fun. Last year, Reggie competed in the 2001 World Powered Parachute Championship. Mike Cadell has 128 hours flying in a PPC, but only 3 hours in his new 2002 PowerChute Pegasus machine. Mike resides in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Sabatino Capelli lives in Hernando, Florida. His machine is a 2001 Buckeye Skyhawk with a Rotex 912 motor delivering 81 horsepower. Tim Weimer is from Roanoke, Virginia. He is flying a 1984 Phoenix conversion paraplane and has the distinction of flying the oldest aircraft in this year's competition. Tim is familiar with parachutes by virtue of having served as a paratrooper in the armed forces with the 82nd Airborne Division. After his flight, I talked to Tim